Willow. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, nostalgia is in the house. Crazy, right? I just, you know what I'm saying? We got Maverick, we got we about to talk Willow. I've talked about House Party coming back, White Man Can't Jump. All these the 80s is running things right now. The 80s, shout out to all us 80s babies, man. If you like me and you grew up watching Willow, you know what it is. You know what the deal is, man. Willow, man. Willow's supposed to be returning. Yes, yes, yes. Willow sequel returns and first trailer for Lucasfilm's new fantasy series. Disney Plus revival Ward Davis's character arrives in November. I'm not going to play the trailer because we get the copyright strike, so we're just going to talk a little bit about it. But I do have some pictures, you know what I'm saying? Lucasfilm new Disney Plus series based on Willow, the late 80s fantasy film directed by Ron Howard and based on a story by George Lucas, is coming this fall. And the first trailer shows Ward Davis in this role as Willow Ufgood returning to perhaps reluctantly contend with the new imbalance of good and evil. Willow is not alone for the next journey. Naturally, joining Davis and Willow is a much younger cast of adventures played by Dempsey Burke, Amar Chad Patel, Ellie Bamber, Tony Revoli, Ruby Cruz, and Aaron Kellyman, who previously starred with Davis in Solo: A Star Wars Story. Joanne Whaley from the original Willow reprised her role as Sorcerer in the series. The new Willow will be set about 20 years after the original film. It will debut on Disney Plus on November 30th. The original Willow hit theaters 1988. Shout out to us 80s babies, man. But Lucas conceived of his fantasy adventure in the early 70s and chose Davis, who had appeared in Star Wars Return of the Jedi, as the Ewok to be his leading man. The fantasy film tells the story of Willow Ufgood, who must protect an infant, Elora Danon, from an evil queen. Willow is aided on his journey by the swordsman Mad Mortigan, who was played by Val Kilmer. So yeah, Willow. Like I said, I wish I could show the trailer, but I just got a couple scenes up right here. If y'all know anything about Willow, man, Willow, this movie should have, like, we should have been getting, but this was before they were doing like big franchise, you know what I'm saying, the big whole franchise things and stuff like that. We should have been getting Willow franchises. I mean, I know Ward Davis went on and he killed it in Leprechaun and was doing the Leprechaun franchises, but this was a franchise to me that should have been milked to the bone and just squeezed every last drop that it could out of it, because it resonated a lot with me. I don't know if it resonated a lot with y'all, but Willow was big. I used to watch Willow a lot. You know what I'm saying? VHS, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Pop the tape in and let it roll. You know what I mean? But yeah, Willow Ufgood, man, I wish Val Kilmer was in good health so he could return as Mad Mortigan. I would like to see, you know, that would be dope to see a progression of what happened with Mad Mortigan after helping Willow out. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the Terrence Lean. I got a crazy story about Willow. Mad Mortigan used to call Willow a peck. My older brother used to call me a peck, and that used to make me mad, so mad. Peck was like, you know, small person. I wasn't small, but he used to just, that was just one of the things, man. I used to be ready to fight my older brother because he used to call me a peck, man. So Willow played a big role in my life, man. The story is dope. We need more stories like this, and I think because it was so original to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? To me, it was original. It was kind of like a Hobbit story, but not. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. I want to see more Willow. I really want to see more Willow. I think a lot of these characters. Matter of fact, and I want to see what happened to the girl that he was protecting. You know what I'm saying? The baby. I want to see what happened with that. I hope they talk about what happened with the baby. Willow and his magic using, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Like, and these new cast of characters, maybe somebody's kin to Mad Mortigan. I'm hoping, because he has to play, he got to be in this some kind of way. I know they you know, Val Kilmer might not be up to it or whatever, but they have to show us some Mad Mortigan stuff. They got to. We need that, right? We need some Mad Mortigan stuff. So yeah, man, Willow in the place to be. And I ain't talking about Willow Smith neither, man. This Willow Ofkin. You know what I mean? Willow Ofkin. So yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all even want to see Willow? Y'all ready for this? Are y'all saying, nah, I'm tired of seeing these old remakes, these old heads and stuff like that? Or are y'all excited? Is this a new, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we just got Top Gun. Top Gun, you know what I'm saying? It's about the same. Top Gun came out in 86. This came out in 88. Why not? Like I said, why not? I can see a lot of Hollywood going back to the 80s because that well is not dry. You know what I'm saying? It's so much stuff that they can pull out of the 80s. So much stuff that they can redo, but because technology, the thing about the 80s is they were trying to push the limit on so much stuff, but the technology just wasn't there yet. Right? Technology just wasn't there yet. So they can go into the 80s, pull from that pot, put it with the technology that we have in the movies now. Crazy. Because it's a lot of flops that went on to be cult classics. It's a lot of movies that probably could have done better. Like I said, if the tech was there, if the CGI was there, I'm excited. I'm excited. You know what? I'm just excited about them pulling anything from the 80s. I'm excited about them pulling anything from the 80s as long as they keep the essence of what they do. I'm excited about it. I'm excited, man. Yeah.